Now, I think singularly the most difficult thing for family members when they have an alcoholic in the family is allowing that person to fail, to allow them to hit rock bottom, and really just not participate in that failure. It's very difficult if you have a son or a daughter. It's very difficult if you have a spouse. I can remember one incident with my wife. She had been incarcerated, I think it was for her third or fourth DUI, for 65 days, and the day she got out, she was really angry with me because I hadn't visited her enough at the jail. Hadn't had time to get to the hour and a half to go visit her. I'd visited her maybe twice in that 65-day period, and she became unhinged over that. It was just an excuse for her to be angry and to go drink, and she disappeared. I don't know, she got the car keys, as I remember, and disappeared for the better part of a day. And my son and I were just kind of, resigned. We just kind of said, whatever happens is going to happen, Dad. I remember having that conversation with him. And it's really a sad and difficult place for families to be. And I can remember this particular incident because it was really over the top. Eventually, I went to go find her, and I found her in front of a local grocery store. They had like little bistro tables, and she had her head down on one of the tables and an empty bottle of wine on the table, right in the open, right outside of a grocery store. So I went up to her, and some people actually helped me get her into the car, and we got her home, and I got her into bed. And, she sobered up later that day. And unfortunately, I don't remember the situation 100%, but she somehow got her car keys again, and she disappeared. And this time she disappeared for more than a day, I think a couple days. And my son and I were just kind of going, wow, what are we doing here? What's going on with this? In fact, my son and I, we really kind of made a pact. We're just going to go about our day. He went to school the following day. I went to work, and we didn't know where she was. And we weren't going to go look for her this time. I was absolutely adamant about that, and he agreed with me that we just needed to let her, find whatever it was that she needed to find in this particular period in her life. And, again, 2 days went by. My son went to work again, or my son went to school, and I went to work, and it was 2 days went by. I checked the bank account, and she had checked into a hotel. It was like a Hotel 6 down by Old Town in the town that we live in. Not a bad part of town, but she used to go down there, get a hotel, and it was just a way for herself to be alone and drink. And I had a pretty good idea that's what she was doing. And unfortunately, I kind of got the call that I was expecting anyways, and the police, called me up. They obviously got my phone off of her phone, or she had told them, and they found her in a park that was next to the hotel, and she had been passed out in the middle of the park. Very, very dangerous situation for her, and she really wasn't making a whole lot of sense. They had gotten her ID off her wallet, and they called me, and she went to the emergency room, and she was beyond inebriated. They actually thought she had brain damage because she wasn't making any sense. And when I went to visit her, the nurses were looking at me like how could this go on? How could you have allowed this to happen? I mean, you have obviously a mentally ill person running the streets. And I was like, are you kidding me? Really? I'm not her caregiver, and we can't take care of this woman 24/7. She just got out of jail, and I told them the story, and they kind of backed off and realized, oh, okay, we get it now. We understand what's really going on. And really, the entire point of this video is, if you're a family member, you have to have the strength to allow your loved one to hit rock bottom. You have to allow them to fail. You have to allow them to wake up on a park bench and have a police officer wake them up. You have to allow them maybe to be incarcerated, okay, and to get into these dangerous situations, because that's ultimately how they're going to reach out and realize that they don't want to go down this road anymore. And sometimes, unfortunately, even that doesn't work. Sometimes rock bottom is the end of their life, and you have to make preparations for that. But understand, as a family member, it's not your fault. You didn't create this problem, and there's only so much you can do as a human being as a family member. And again, I'm fully aware this story probably will not resonate with everybody, but it does for the people who are important. and it does make sense to those particular people. If you're ready to work with me one-on-one, again, I have a complete coaching program. Link is in the bio, in the calendar link, in the link tree. Set up a Zoom call. Again, please like, share, and comment. We also have a Facebook group. I have a new one called There's an Alcoholic in the Family. That's the new Facebook group, and Alcoholic in the Family, as the other one is completely full at this point. And again, please like, share, and comment. And again, thanks for listening.